Joining us now to talk about South Africa's ambitions is the chef de mission. Her name is Kim Popel. Kim, thank you so much for your time. For the benefit of our viewers, we actually had a chef de mission on air, but that was for the Commonwealth Games a week ago, so our viewers now know what that is. But for the benefit of our viewers, could you please just define for us the World Games? What exactly are the World Games?
So, good morning, everyone. The World Games is also multi-coder sports games, but it's your non-Olympic sports. You know, so it's the sporting codes. A lot of them are desperately trying to get into the Olympics to showcase their sport, you know, as a sporting code. So it's basically the tier below the Olympics. And it's more to showcase those sporting codes. And there's a range of them at the World Games. There's some sporting codes, I must admit, I had to read up on and brush up on what they are about. So it's really exciting.
I'm sure you've had some time to communicate with and spend some time with some of these 23 athletes. So how are the athletes doing? You know, I always get some concern that some athletes do have some niggles. Does anyone have any injuries, or is everyone doing 100% okay? How are they doing?
No, so funny enough, you mentioned both Bridget and Andy earlier in your run-up, and they both were a bit injured. But they are, actually got hold of them yesterday and they're firing to go, but they've still got another week before they compete, so they should be on top form. But everyone else is reported in 100% healthy, and I just said to everyone, just stay healthy now. You know, just stay healthy. We've got long trips to the USA ahead for all of us, and just get ready to perform and express themselves, you know, on their day.
100%. And when you say stay healthy, there are long trips. That was actually one of my next questions. I mean, this is going to be happening between the 7th as well as the 17th of July. And then we do have the Commonwealth Games, which starts on the 28th of July into the 4th, 8th, actually not the 4th, it's the 8th of August. So do you have a concern perhaps that, I mean, they're athletes, they're professionals, but these schedules are quite tight together. Are any concerns about that from you or from any of the athletes?
No, you know, as you said, our athletes are professionals and we all take precautions. I mean, in the USA right now with regards to COVID, there's no restrictions in the state that we're going to, Alabama. So, you know, that's all good. And flying, obviously, all precautions are taken. So, no, it's just a matter of them just not forgetting, just look after themselves and really look forward to, as you say, performing and at their maximum. And that's our role. Let them perform at their maximum on the day.
And how have those COVID restrictions, and especially us not having our restrictions of wearing masks any longer in our country, how has that actually affected the protocol of how you guys now are dealing with South Africans? Do you still want them perhaps to wear a mask even though we don't have to, you know, to ensure that they are as healthy and as safe as possible, you know, and minimize as many risks as possible to, you know, even get any COVID-19? How has that, you know, changed how you guys now interact with the team?
You know, with our chief medical team, we've looked at it, and actually the protocols for the actual games changed just past week. One thing that hasn't changed is every single participant and on entry into the USA have to be fully vaccinated. So that was a rule of the games as well as entering the USA. But obviously airlines, I know domestic airlines is different, but our international legs will still have to wear masks. They have taken away the testing requirements for us now to present negative tests on arrival. But we're obviously going to just monitor our athletes, you know, symptoms. There are testing facilities there. But, you know, we've all been traveling now for the last year in and out. So we're pretty confident that we will, you know, as you say, it's a risk. We all take the risk, but we are confident with it. We've got our protocols in place and we've got a great medical team supporting us. So we're happy with that.
Kim, very quickly before we go, I did mention in my introduction that in 2017 we only came back with one medal. And I know athletes don't like to be pressurized, but I'm sure you guys must have behind the scenes had these discussions. Are there any goals in terms of what exactly it is that you guys would like the team to achieve as a whole? And also a number in terms of how many medals you would at least like to come back with?
As you say, it's always a tough one, and obviously the athletes have their own personal goals. But obviously, us as Team South Africa, we want maximum medals from everyone, and let everyone perform. We honestly don't have a number. You know, for some of the athletes, it's been a while since they've actually competed internationally. So it would be great. So it's difficult to know. Qualifications for the World Games was also difficult for everyone because it was really during the COVID period. So we actually don't have a number on the table. As I say, the athletes have quietly whispered to us what they're expecting. And as I say, our role is just to support them. And, 1 medal, 2 medals, 3, 4, we just support every athlete and celebrate all their performances.
Kim, we're going to have to leave it there for now. And whilst there is not a number on the table, we definitely wish all of the athletes, and we wish you also, in terms of your role as chef de mission, well, between the 17th and the 17th, the 7th rather, sorry, the 7th of July and the 17th. We're wishing all of those athletes as well as Kim very well.